Falcons, and welcome to the prediction of Dio versus Alucard. Plus is the review of Kool-Aid Man versus Macho Man Randy Savage. You all know how this is gonna go. I'm gonna review this episode, then move on to this episode. Both these drafts were in fact made by me. I think I did a good job on this one. I like using fan art instead of actual actual character, mainly for copyright. This is fan art, just so you know, might not seem like it, but it is technically. I found it online. And yeah. Anyways, so Macho Man versus Kool-Aid Man. What did I think of it? Well, it was a fairly good episode. I enjoyed the comedy. I found the because I wasn't spoiled like some people by the Twitter post about by the stop motion part. I was impressed by it. I enjoyed it a lot. There really isn't much to say outside of it was a good episode. Like, not top 10, definitely a good episode though. Made me laugh, made me enjoy it. Kool-Aid Man and Macho Man were funny throughout the entire thing. And the death was just fucking brutal. I'm not gonna... Like, I could make an entire video about how the death was one of the most brutal this season. Other than, Reverse Flash versus Goku Black. Yeah, that death was the most brutal one yet. And then, yeah, Goku Black versus Reverse Flash was a lot more brutal of a death than Macho Man got. Honest. Anyways, I'm also gonna say, do I think it's accurate? And honestly, yes. I thought it was accurate. There were, honestly, the Kool-Aid Man winning was kind of expected. I predicted in my prediction video. Oh, no, I didn't. I expected it to just end up in Universal and them just destroying reality again. But but I should have said in that video if it's not a tie, I'm predicting like Kool-Aid Man would win. I was from the start. Because we can control Kool-Aid and summon as much as we want. It's pretty damn obvious. You're gonna win against a normal human that has done a few impressive things. Honestly, though, I like the fact that I was hand-drawn. Kinda makes me upset, though, at the same time. Because they could have also done a 2D animation with this and it would have been just as good. But that way they could have put the budget for the hand-drawn into an episode that should have been hand-drawn. AKA Star Butterfly vs. Steven Universe. I'm never gonna get over the fact that wasn't hand-drawn. Like, it would have made so much more sense for it to be a fully hand-drawn episode. It's still a really good episode. Just doesn't quite make sense to me that it wasn't hand-drawn. If you can't tell, I am very tired. It is 6 a.m. in the morning. Yeah. Anyways, there really isn't much to talk about here. Kool-Aid Man vs. Macho Man was a great episode. And a cool death, even though I hear a lot of people are getting mad at Death Battle over it because it was a chest-based death when Macho Man died by heart attack. Like, I want to make it clear to anybody watching. Death Battle is not trying to make fun of Macho Man's death. This was actually supposed to celebrate his death. Not like the fact that not celebrating as in he was a bad person, but to celebrate his life. To give him the respect he deserves. While yes, he died, Death Battle wanted to pay respects. I've looked up. This isn't even on the top 10 most wanted death battle list for many people. But they didn't care. It was requested quite a bit, and they still did it because of the fact that it was still one of their most. And they did it because it was still a way to celebrate Macho Man's life, and I think that's something a lot of people look over when it comes to death battle. When a character's dead, they don't have a death battle with them in it and like mock them or anything. And they have a death battle with them in it to celebrate them. If a character died and they have a death battle with that character in it, they're celebrating their life. They're celebrating who the character was and the fact that the character was who he was like with Ace versus Natsu. They weren't trying to smite Ace. They weren't trying to ruin his name or do anything to him. He was legitimate. They were legitimately trying to celebrate Ace's life, despite the fact that he lost. And I find that honestly a really cool detail. When it comes down to it, Death Battle doesn't try killing characters who are already dead just because as they can. They're trying to celebrate their life and treat them with the respect they deserve. And honestly, when it comes down to that aspect, Death Battle is a 10 out of 10 series. Because they aren't trying to smite people who are dead. They're trying to celebrate their life. And I hate how much hate Death Battle is getting for this. Like, it's stupid the fact that people are villainizing Death Battle over something so little. Anyways, let's just move on to the prediction of Alucard versus Dio. Oh, you were expecting a video, but it was he, Dio. Yeah, I had to make that joke. Anyways, Alucard stomps. Like, the Death Battle fandom will say otherwise, as it, like, a guy in Death Battle fandom wrote, that Alucard would be killed if he would just die instantly after a time stop, but honestly, when you can revive yourself, and you have millions of souls to do that with, I don't think your opponent can win. Like, how? Like, legit, for Dio to win, it would have to be a fight that takes millions of years. Yes. Like, of course, in the timeline, not for the freaking, for the timeline of the death battle, it would have to be skipping to years ahead. And honestly, I don't think Death Battle has that in mind. And honestly, I feel like Death Battle doesn't even plan on. Like, Death Battle now also talked about how Alucard's healing factor is bullshit. Boomstick broke over Alucard's its healing factor in the trailer. Honestly, I'm pretty sure it's a given that Alucard's gonna win. And like legit. Plus there's also stats and stuff to talk about. Oh, like how Dio stand. Like Dio can wipe Alucard out of instance depending on version they're using. But I don't think that's even enough to win against Alucard. Because Alucard can just come back instantly with a soul. And he can't wipe out the souls because he doesn't know how Alucard's doing it. Like, Dio's smart, but isn't that smart. And people say he is. Shut up, because I've looked into it. He really is not. I actually know about Dio's feats and stuff, thanks to the fact that I had him on my Death Battle series earlier this year. In my Death Battle series on Core, as in Why Right. Hey, check out. It was Dio versus Hit, and honestly, I'm proud of the episode, despite probably being not entirely accurate to both actors' personality-wise when it came down to it. Anyways, when it came to JoJo, I don't know much outside of Dio and outside of Dio, outside of Dio and freaking Joe and Jonathan, plus basically first generation characters. I didn't see much Generation 2. I did watch part of it. I haven't seen anything else though. I know I'm a weeb. I should have watched JoJo by now, but problem is I haven't gotten around to doing it because I honestly just don't want to fill up my reading list more. It's okay, yeah. Okay. Anyways, also Alucard is basically the anti-vampire. If you think about it, he can survive holy weapons. I think. Like, I don't know the exact details of Alucard because I also haven't seen Housing. Shut up if you up. I know I should get to it. And basically, from what I've seen, Alucard's abilities are just fuck all. Well, he can phase his hand through Dio's body and crush his soul, crush his heart, or brain, or whatever it takes to kill Dio. He can rip Dio to shreds, shoot him with holy bullets, while it's canceling Dio's healing factor, and just go completely fuck all when it comes to murdering Dio. Like legit, Dio is going to die. It is a given. I guarantee it. This little man is gonna die on Monday or Sunday, depending on if you have subscription to Rooster Teeth. And I want to say it, if you have subscription to Rooster Teeth, don't spoil the ending for others. Don't go down into the comments of the video that's about to be released and say, oh, Alucard's gonna win, Dio's gonna win. I don't want to be looking through the comments and find one of you people spoiling the death battle. I don't know. That happened with King Mickey versus Yoda, which I still don't like that episode. Like, I want to talk about how, if I disagree with the episode, I don't tend to like it. Even if it's an amazing episode like King Mickey vs. Yoda or Miles vs. Static, those two episodes I consider wrong because they got on it factually wrong. They got a lot wrong with King Mickey and Yoda. But I definitely missed a lot of shit with Miles Morales. Like, Static was like legit, honestly. I consider those episodes wrong, so I don't like them. Even though, when it comes down to it, their fights are incredibly equal and fun. I don't tend to like episodes that I consider wrong, okay? Even though there's only about 20. Anyways, legit though. Also, I'm predicting that season finale is going to be either Aizen versus Madara or Galactus versus Unicron. Both those episodes have been confirmed for a while now, and they're two of the most wanted. So yeah. And next season, I predict that Sans versus the Judge is gonna be the opening episode. Because that fight it has been confirmed for 2 seasons now, and it still hasn't happened. Anyways. So, yeah, Dio versus Alucard. Alucard's probably gonna win. And due to the fact that Alucard just has the abilities that are just fuck all. He ain't gonna just fall. Like, let's say Alucard does lose. He ain't just gonna fall like a puss. he's gonna go down swinging. He's gonna take Dio down with him, or die trying. And but honestly, in my full opinion, there's just no way Dio can win. And Dio just gets absolutely worked here. So, yeah. Alucard versus Dio. I predict Alucard's gonna win in Macho Man versus Kool-Aid Man. Macho Man and versus Kool-Aid Man was a cool episode that I enjoyed because it celebrates the life of a wrestler that that I didn't know for a while. Anyways, I think I'm gonna call that all for now. And tomorrow, I'm gonna be talking about. And tomorrow, expect another video, because I'm gonna be going over two things: Halloween episodes like this one, and joke episodes like this one. Well, actually, probably not going over this joke episode, so that can be its own video at some point. But yeah, I will definitely be going over 4 episodes tomorrow. And yeah, hope you guys enjoyed. And please remember to like, comment, and subscribe. And of course, I'll catch you on the flip side.